I really didn't expect this to be the game for me. I mean, a game that takes place in a modern city with lots of people and cars and motorbikes. Yeah, I can see that every day in the boring real world. Give me castles and witches and magic. And yet, this game won me over. So, come with me as I step in the city of Hetero for the first time ever and get into all sorts of trouble at record speed. There will be spoilers about the very beginning of the story, so you've been warned. I'll be honest, the first day was a real roller coaster. The moment I opened the game, I was thrown into a city in turmoil. The sky was opening, rain that was warping people and buildings, and everything was falling. And basically, the whole world was coming to an end. But there was no time to think about it. I was thrown into the midst of the battle with characters that I didn't know anything about. And yes, characters with an S. So many were introduced in such a quick succession that by the time I actually got to see the main character, I had already forgotten all of them. And yes, of course, the main character was right in the middle of the carnage. One of the characters that was fighting with the anomalies earlier finds her, some mysterious god things happen, and then, well, this guy says you're coming with me. At which point I was like, nope. What do you mean I'm coming with you? You look so suspicious. I have no idea what just happened, and why would I follow someone who just appeared out of nowhere? The MC did not think like me. She was like, sure, let's go. Like it was just a random Tuesday, and this guy was just offering her a walk in the park, which honestly I would not accept from a suspicious looking stranger either. But anyway, you remember all that epicness that was the intro, right? Okay, perfect. Now, forget it. Because it's time to take a crazy ride where a magic hand forces its music on you as Zero rides to the Bureau of Anomaly Control. And this really sets the tone of the story. Well, this and trusting random strangers. Honestly, why are you trusting people, Zero? Do you know you're super powerful so no one can stand a chance against you, even though you supposedly lost all your memories? Or what? Because the Bureau is not even the final destination for the day, since Alphard gives us a card and tells us that now we work for Avon Antique Shop. Okay, sure. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. So, yeah, a new group of characters, the last one for the day, thankfully, appear, and this is where the real story begins. Zero is now an anomaly hunter, a person who deals with anomalies that have gone a bit awry. And anomalies are all the weird things you can see around Hetero. Some are harmless, others not so much. And by the way, finding all the quirky anomalies is one of my favorite things in the game. But more on that later. So, as you can see, the first day was super eventful. And I'll be honest, I was completely overwhelmed by the end of it. I didn't remember almost any characters' names nor specific terms. All I knew was that the story had taken a sudden turn and all that seriousness from the beginning had taken a back seat. I was now stranded in a city in which there were lots of people and cars and things that I had no idea about. So, considering all the homework the game gave me, I turned on NTE off stream and tried to learn the ropes. First, driving. I was warned that there will be driving in this game, and since I got a tiny moped and was worried the fate of the world might depend on my driving skills, I thought why not try it? Up the stairs. Anyway, that did not go well, so I left the moped there and got to what I really do in games with cars and roads. I stood in the middle of the road and just watched as NPCs got angrier and angrier. I may have even jumped on their cars a tiny little bit. I honestly don't know how my brain works. I don't want to hurt the feelings of any NPC during quests, but give me a road and some cars, and the little devil on my shoulder takes full control. The first day, I had found out that attacking cars with a sword was a big no no, but since standing in front of cars or on them was okay, I thought, what else can I do? And when I was just strolling about, I noticed that if I were to go near a parked car, some options would appear, like drive or sit. So I sat, and there I was, just sitting in some random person's car, not taking it for a drive or anything, just chilling until the officers came or teleported. I don't know. I didn't even realize that they were coming for me. And then I just stood there, gobsmacked, and they took me. I woke up in orange clothes with the guards telling me about the place. Yes, I ended up in the game's prison on day 2. And there is a whole other game world over there. I mean, the mechanics are different, the fashion is different, everything is different. And at first, I was so ready. I mean, it has been a while since I've done this in a game. So I started poking around, finding spoons and friends, stopping bullies, and so on. It was fun at first, and then became the Fortress of Meropide 2.0. Get a spoon, use the spoon, break the spoon, get the spoon. You get my point. I am a rather stubborn person, and I was prepared to continue, mind you. But then an unforgivable thing happened. As I was exploring more, I found something else you can do there. Something that no game should ever have, no matter the circumstances. Washing dishes. Why? Why add this? I had just finished a huge load of dishes in the real world. I came here to fight, to explore, to relax, to forget the boring chores, not to do them all over again. And that was it. The moment I could see the guard, I started banging on that door and paid my way out of there. Despite the unforgivable sin committed, I returned. Now that I knew to stay out of trouble by the fear of virtual dishes, I was really starting to like hetero. The whimsical anomalies that could be found behind every corner, the pockets of nature throughout the city, the NPCs that made the city so alive. I was starting to feel like I was in a Ghibli movie. And yes, the game's animation and themes are not Ghibli like at all, but the feeling you get strolling the streets and finding whimsy everywhere, I really recommend leaving your car and just running around, especially in rain. The atmosphere is out of this world, and there's so many things to do. You can fish, buy apartments and decorate them, play other mini games, and of course, drive. And it was time for me to drive for real this time. So I got a car, and before I even learned how to drive, I was poking around and accidentally accepted to drive an NPC as if I were a taxi driver. This is how it went. Well, first of all, um, I initially started running towards the person. I didn't I didn't really look at the map to see how far they were, and I didn't get in my car. After a while, I realized that maybe I should use the car. So I entered, and I think I'll let the footage speak for itself.
Supercar! It's time to go!
My God! You gotta hear
Is it too late for me to get out?
my car!
I think I just saw my cue. Is it too late for me to get out? Rider, save
Now, I know what you'd say, but before that, look at this. I got 2.9 stars, and the person gave me tips. I mean, that changes everything, right? Anyway, with all the money I managed to earn from my side jobs, I was able to buy an apartment. And here is where I started noticing some areas of the game that I'm not sure they're for me. First of all, the game really wants you to invite someone to live with you. I mean, you literally can't progress without doing that. So, I did invite Mint to move in my empty apartment that only had a couch and a huge TV and boxing gloves. I am really sorry for Mint because as soon as I got my progress, I kicked her out. I mean, it's a really small apartment and I want it all for myself. I'm really sorry. Also, whatever your hobbies and interests are, no shame, really. However, this is something that really threw me off. You can clean other characters' ears? What? I mean, why? I don't want to clean other people's ears, and I don't want anyone to clean my ears. I won't talk about this anymore. It's there, and you have this information now. My job is done. You're free to do as you wish. It was finally time to return to the main story. And here I'd like to introduce you to Tagito. Tagito is an anomaly that works at Avon and speaks only one word.
Ta. Tagito tagi.
And for the next main quest, I received an urgent mail from Tagito, so I rushed to see what the problem was. Was the world coming to an end? Did that mysterious thing appear again? What was happening? Uh, None of these things. Tagito had gotten a date, and he had lied about himself a lot. And now he wanted my help and some other characters' help to continue lying. I didn't want to take part in any of that. At most, I would have liked to tell that girl anomaly that Tagido is nothing more than a liar. But of course, my opinion didn't matter, and so I had to tag along and pretend that Tagido was my boss. But that was not all. You know how on dates you have to pay for certain things like food or games you play to have some fun? Well, Takito didn't want to pay for them. And no, it's not like he wanted the girl anomaly to pay for them. He made me pay for them. 22,900 funds. I want to put that into perspective. I bought a cafe for 20,000 funds. It's been many days since then, and Tagido has still not paid me back. I won't forget this. Anyway, the date continues, and obviously things don't go according to Tagido's plan. A simple anomaly gets out of control, and the whole hero setup ends up getting the wrong main actor. I think you know where I'm going with this. And so, would I continue playing NTE? Absolutely yes. I am still not sure about the main story and can't really say much about the combat, which seems to be a peculiar combination of Genshin's elemental system and Wuwa's fast paced combat, but the lively and whimsical city has won me over. I've come to love finding all those secrets around the city, the characters you can meet and actually do stuff together, and even the funny side quests. These have really made me want to protect Hetero for life. On top of that, the mini games are really relaxing and a nice change of pace from the typical gachas that I play. And most of all, I can see huge potential in that system, not only because they can add as many new levels or altogether new mini games as they want, but because NTE is actually utilizing its characters to the fullest. The characters you unlock can be used in mini games in different ways. So each character is not only a combat unit, but an actual inhabitant of the city. And by the way, while I was making this video, NTE already released their next trailer in which they show that they're now adding a tabletop game within the normal game. A game in which you can take your characters on a fantasy adventure, unlock all kinds of fashion, and even unlock these in the base game itself. I really hope that they continue doing this because this really sets a different pace to a gacha game and it's a breath of fresh air. But anyway, please tell me your thoughts in the comments below and thank you for watching. I hope to see you another time. Bye bye for now.